Dark Magician is one of the most iconic monster cards in Duel Monsters. Although there are many variants out today, I'm going to be discussing the variants that were seen in the actual show. And we know that Dark Magician is associated with Yugi, Atem, the Pharaoh, whatever you want to call him. We know that the original Dark Magician that started it all was the starter deck Dark Magician. This was the one that everybody recognized. Growing up, everybody wanted this Dark Magician. You could not even find the starter deck at a certain point. This was sold out. And even now, it's really hard to get a hold of a solid, good copy of this card. Dark Magician has a history with the Pharaoh Atem 3,000 years ago. It was his childhood friend Mahad who becomes a priest and is serving the Pharaoh the entire time, and eventually ends up fusing his soul with the illusion magician and becoming the Dark Magician. So this was the original art and the art that we all associate Dark Magician with. And in my opinion, it is the best artwork. The next one that we know is the Arcana Dark Magician. We know the Arcana variant is associated with Arcana himself. Arcana really has a very sad story. He loses his fiance because he's a magician. So, in one of his acts, he ends up, losing his fiance, just for lack of better words. He ultimately is controlled or used by Merrick Ishtar to, go toe-to-toe with Atem. Arcana thinks that his Dark Magician is the best Dark Magician. Ultimately, he ends up losing that duel, and it turns out very bad for him due to the power of the possessed Merrick, or we call him Yami Merrick. I think next to the original Dark Magician, this is the next best variant of the Dark Magician. It looks really cool. It has a very sinister vibe to it, and I think that everybody at one point was trying to get a hold of this version of it. I actually got this from Japan while I was in Japan. There are many printings of this card now, but I remember I was struggling to get my own copy of the Arcana Dark Magician. The next one, we see this closer to the end of the show. This is the LOB variant. We see it in tablet form, however, and because the spirits of these duel monsters were in tablets, and so we see the LOB variant in the formation of a tablet. But I think this card is pretty cool too. Just the way that it's standing, looking very confident. The one thing that I do recognize about this variant is just how the Dark Magician is presented. I think that the original Dark Magician has more of a human-like look to it, but I think that the tablet one is really good as well. And just as a bonus, another version that was actually the original OCG version is this copy right here. Now, I actually have a very cool story to share about the original OCG version. I actually purchased one of the Battle of Chaos booster boxes back when it came out, and I only got one, and I had no idea that this copy was being released in North America. I really had no idea. I didn't really do my research, but as soon as I was just opening packs, guess what I ended up pulling? And I have it in this case right here. I have the Battle of Chaos version of this card. I was thrilled when I pulled it. Honestly, this is one of my most prized cards that I have. I still can't believe that I pulled it. It was pretty cool when it happened because I was just opening packs like nothing until I saw this, and I don't remember it being advertised as part of the box. But out of all of these Dark Magicians, especially
from the series. Which one is your favorite? And as always, guys, like and subscribe. We only talk about duel monsters here. So join the channel if you want to be notified for more videos. I'll see you soon.